How far back do my ideas go? They go back beyond yesterday. No further than yesterday. They go back beyond last month. Only that far? They go back beyond last year. No further than that? They go back beyond 10 to 20 to 30 years and more. So, no more than that? Farther more so than that, they go back to my childhood. That is a good ways back, but no further? Back to the womb do they go. That is as far back as they can go, I presume. Your presuming stops there, for don't they go back beyond conception? How to ever so can that be? Be it is, for don't they go all the way further back still to the coming into the rounding of this planet we call home sweet home? Oh my to oh may, but how can this be? Not alone to this, to that can it be, but don't they go so much the farther the ways back, to till the galaxy was not yet come into its first come about and around wide spinning? Is that it then? Is that the end of their going back? No further back do they go? No end to any unending reaching is the going back of my ideas. Do they even go then as far back as to the beginning of everything coming into shapes and forms? Know this, there was never a beginning, no more than will there ever be an ending of that which we would call by many a name, but for the moment that is with us here now, let's call it the cosmos. No beginning or ending has the cosmos. No beginning or ending has my mind, and by such a sound delay, my ideas. How about then your thoughts? Your thoughts, how far back do they go? Do they go as far back as your ideas? No thought is there that exists apart from an idea, for ideas are the vessels that carry my thoughts. Fine then, but for a moment, let's take the ideas of right and wrong, the thoughts of right and wrong. When to where did they begin to come into existence in your mind, or have they always been there? First and foremost, second way round, my mind contains no such ideas, no such thoughts of at this a right, at that a wrong. Then how do you give expression to that which we would call rightness, would call wrongness? I have no such ideas or thoughts in my mind that would be expressing that this is right and this is wrong. The dividing up of reality into such ambiguous categories is only an activity of the outside world. And not alone is it an activity, but something very much bordering on a fully fledged obsession. My mind is not of such an activity. Then how to top down to sideways, round and about, do you know what is right and what is wrong? There is that which inclines not itself to such a squaring off of reality. And what would that be? The intelligence of not knowing. You are now talking in circles and rhombuses with a plentiful scattering of trapezoids and multigons thrown in for good measure. In clarity of clearness, bring things to the forefront. The outside world, that outside of my mind, namely the everyday nightly human world of a world, with its shaping into awkwardness, the most natural of things, and then knotting them up into twists so tight as to be almost beyond any possibility of unknotting, can't accept No, rather, doesn't want to accept that thinking in terms of such categories as right and wrong, wrong and right, is useless. Then, to the need here again is arising as to how do you decide what is right, what is wrong. Come along, for you are still stuck in an old song tong tong. I don't look at reality in such a way. But surely you must be able to know, to say that such and such an idea, such and such a thought or word or action is right or is not right, to be able to clearly distinguish and emphatically state they are either downright wrong or undeniably right. My mind is not, I am telling you, of such a wailing. Then how to whatever can you know when something is right, when something is wrong? Are things then both right and wrong at the same time? Wrong and right, is that the way you think? Arise, raise, and elevate yourself from this subterranean way of considering reality to the ground level. The ground level to the treetops to the hilltops to the summits of great mountains, the summits of great mountains to the clouds and the high atmosphere. And from the high to high atmosphere, stretch yourself out and about in the near, befar, wide cosmos. And from there we can begin to truly have a discussion on such things. Such matters as you would call right and wrong, even right wrongness and wrong rightness. All right? Use the light of day as if you were seeing the dark of night. The dark of night, the light of day. Remember, ellipsis is the form, moving from form fashioned to fashion formed, widespreading near into the far, close around about, way beyond. When the sun shines, the night is close at hand, the starry heavens, the day coming into configuration. My mind delights in taking the very best of care of its ideas, the very best of care of me. Oh, my mind truly, I know to be a wondrous place, its ideas and their ways immensely fascinating.